Welcome to News in Alberta. This is Special Ed. Today we're looking at two cops that were driving by in their unmarked vehicle throwing drinks at people.
Hey baby, you got change for $1? How about a drink?
Welcome back to the Lackluster Channel. While on duty in the city's West End, dressed in uniform but driving unmarked vehicles, officers Brian Wilson and Kurt Flynn of the Louisville Police Department started an ongoing game intended to dehumanize and degrade the citizens that lived within their district. While on patrol, they would arm themselves with various soft drinks, and while driving past pedestrians in the middle of the night, they would throw their refreshments directly at them.
You might even be able to stop.
Look rolling?
Yeah.
Up against the building. Don't miss.
Now, what kind of childish behavior is this? I mean, this technically is assault. They assaulted all these people.
I know. Oh, right here, right here.
But I'm gonna shut. You just throw it out. We are by France.
So this is a view from another cop car following them around and laughing.
Oh my God!
He's gotta know it's coming. He's an old man too.
Where you went on that?
Oh dude, this is so good. He's gonna see it coming too. Ready?
Yeah.
It's hard to do. Oh my God. That's the fam!
Now, there are so many counts of assault here. So many. And, hopefully they get charged for all of them.
Sup, fam? I missed him. Damn it! And he ducked too.
He dunked it?
Yeah, he ducked.
Here.
At least they released the two pictures and names of the cops doing this. A lot of times the cops will just cover for themselves and not release the names.
Both men would eventually plead guilty to conspiring to violate the civil rights of Louisville pedestrians through the arbitrary use of force. However, Officer Brian Wilson had other charges against him.
He faces several charges, including theft by extortion.
In fact, he resigned in 2019 after he posted a picture of himself receiving oral sex from another officer.
Wilson was an LMPD officer, but resigned after he was accused of posting a photo of a female officer performing sex acts on him.
So none of them were charged with assault, of course. If this was you and me, they'd charge us with anything they can. They, violating whatever crap. Like, this was assault. They assaulted all these people.
Both of them in uniform, but the other officer's identity is still unknown. This incident opened up a rabbit hole for Wilson as a federal investigation began and found that he had hacked a woman's Snapchat and downloaded explicit pictures of her. He would then threaten to post the pictures online if she didn't send him more.
35-year-old Brian Wilson was arrested in Shepherdsville yesterday. The victim told police he texted her and threatened to post the photos online if she didn't send more. Well, Wilson ended up posting them anyway. Investigators say they identified Wilson through selfies and an IP address. Police say they discovered Wilson had hacked other women's accounts and posted their pictures online as well.
25 that they know of, and in one case, he even sent pictures to a woman's employer. He eventually pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit cyberstalking on top of the other charges. And despite the demoralizing actions of the men that were charged with protecting the very people they abused, both the prosecutors and the defense attorneys recommended probation for the officers, showing that law enforcement officials are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to self-serving corrupt government officials, as they are the most conspicuous form of government. They are merely LARPing as though they work for the interests of the people. However, in a rare move, the judge sentenced Kurt Flynn to 3 months in prison, 3 years of supervised release, and 120 hours of community service. Brian Wilson was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison, 3 years of supervised release, and 120 hours of community service as well. But there is no parole in the federal prison system. One final thing to note about their videos is that they would pass them around to other officers and announce their occurrence over the radio. They would say, quote, "Someone was thirsty," or "Thirsty fam,"
Thirsty fam!
over their police-issued radios. This points to the fact that their brothers in blue were well aware of their actions and did nothing to stop it. In fact, some of the incidents were filmed by other officers and are still working for the department.
LMPD detective was punished for his role in the so-called Slushy Gate. We found out that Detective Jonathan Robbins was suspended earlier this month for 30 days for driving officers who were throwing drinks at people on 3 separate occasions in 2018 and 2019. Sergeant Kevin Casper, Detective John Benzing, Detective Bo Gattagard, Detective Joseph Howe, all of them were suspended in the past. They were part of the 9th Mobile Division, which was disbanded in 2019. 2 former officers were convicted in federal court for recording videos. Last October, a federal judge called the actions of former officers Curtis Flynn and Brian Wilson egregious, conscious, shocking behavior before sending both to prison.
Now, lawyers and prosecutors were working together just to get them probation, because they're cops, right? Whatever. Just give them probation and that's it. But at least the judge stepped in and said no. Like 2 years, 2.5 years in jail, community service, and all this stuff. This is awesome. They deserve that. But that was assault every day, all day.
Despite there being very strict laws regulating the use of radio frequencies used by the police, including utilizing them in the aid of a crime such as this.
Hey, baby, you got change for $1? How about a drink?
No charges of either were levied against the convicts. So, what do you think? Tell me your thoughts on this interaction in the comments down below. And until next time, check out one of my other videos linked on screen.
You gotta love Lackluster. His videos are awesome. I'll leave a link to his main page in the description. So what do you think of this? Do you think these cops deserve more? They broke other laws that they weren't charged for. Let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.